What's up, guys? Welcome back. So, as you guys last saw, I was in Coburg, Oregon. I don't think I said what city I was in. I had just picked this up, and I got home today. There's no way I was going to make it down to delivery by today, and that dealership does not accept weekend deliveries. So, rather than go all the way through California and deal with their 55-mile-an-hour speed limit and yada, 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 I added a little bit of time and a few miles to my trip and went around California, which wound up putting me going right past my house. So, gonna knock out a reset. Now, I'm getting a lot of questions, and honestly, there's a good possibility that I either poorly portrayed it or just flat said the wrong thing. When I first started this channel, I didn't know a whole lot. I was just trying to give guys information about RV transport. And then I'm getting all these questions, and I'm trying to learn as I go as far as all this stuff. Because I didn't know anything about CDLs or ELDs or any of that. I just got everything, so I knew I could pull anything, and I took off. So, do I need an ELD? Well, if you're pulling anything that is not a trailer, a camper, or a horse trailer that has living quarters, yes. Anything except for those two items, yes. Well, how much weight can I pull? Well, if you do not have a CDL, you go off of your GVWR. This one is 16,250. And then you go into your truck and you get your GVWR, which is 14,000. Without a CDL, you cannot pull this trailer, because that puts you at 30,000 and some change. Now, what if I have a CDL? Well, if you have a CDL, then you go off of the actual weight, which I've looked all up and down this tag, and I can't find the shipping weight of this trailer, which is weird. But okay. Typically there's a shipping weight, a dry weight, or something like that to indicate that that's what the weight is. I was looking at my BOL earlier. This one is 12,000 something. Well, now I'm not even sure about that. Bear with me just a second here. So you take the actual weight of your trailer and you take the actual weight of your truck, which this says 12,335. I've learned probably go ahead and add a few 100 pounds to that, always. So that one says 12.3, just to be safe. I would just assume it's 13. Is it really? Probably not. It's probably like 12.5 or something like that. But DOT is not going to care. And I know that my truck weighs 10,210 full of fuel. So 13,000 plus 10,000, that's 23. So with a CDL, you could pull this without an ELD. Now, I hope that kind of clears things up. Are we clear as mud? Great. I spoke with Mac, and he's going to be home this weekend as well. Since I'm here doing a reset, I will try and link up with him, because as I said, he lives just a couple miles down the road, and we'll get all of that review that we wanted to get for his truck, for you guys, for this channel, or for this video. Anyway, I hope that clears up the CDL, ELD, and weight thing. I'll catch you guys whenever I find Mac. All right, so obviously we made it over here to Mac's house. We were supposed to go for a bike ride today. It's been rain off and on, it's been snow off and on, it's been wind off and on, and we both kind of decided, maybe not so much. So I did a bunch of maintenance to the streetwalker. If you follow me on Instagram, you saw that. If not, go right down over there and check out the Instagram. I've also done a live there, and I'm going to start doing more lives on the Instagram. And they're not so much REV related, a little bit, but it's more just kind of hang out and have fun and shoot the crap back and forth. Anyway, so we obviously made it back over here to Mac's house, and we're going to kind of go over some things. As you guys know, I get 10 to 12,000 miles out of an oil change. What were you doing?
Before this, I was doing about 8 to 9. With that trailer, I'm going to probably be doing 7.
Okay, and that's kind of, the next thing we wanted to talk about was the wind. The wind affects the gas engine so much more. When the wind wasn't there, he was able to hang up every single hill we did. And those of you that have ran 80 know there's some serious hills up there. How far back would you say you were falling on those big ones in the wind?
The big ones on the wind, probably farthest back I got was 3/4 of a mile. And that was just because I was locking it into a certain gear and feathering my throttle, trying to keep my RPMs at the perfect speed all the way up. And with that, you do lose a lot of speed because torque is king in this market, and that doesn't have the torque.
Now, in fairness, I had to let out of the streetwalker too. It was starting to get higher in the boost than I wanted, so I lit out and just kind of ease up, and I lost a little bit of speed going up those hills too. That wind, it was good.
It was good. That first night when we pulled into the Walmart.
Yeah, that was in the last video. We were talking about how it was blowing your truck up the hill.
Yeah.
The fuel difference, right? Typically, we were seeing gas was about 15 to 20 cents cheaper per gallon across the country, which is a big thing. And based off of the difference we saw at Laramie, which was where you had to refill your tank for the first time.
Yep.
And the fuel stops I had made along the way from Walcott, Iowa to Laramie, Wyoming, he spent, what did we say, 22 gallons?
Yep.
22 gallons more than I did in diesel. So at 20 cents a gallon cheaper, that's not horrible. So again, this is by far not the ideal setup for this job. If it's what you can get into, which was his situation, it works. I mean, what'd you get off that trailer? Money.
That trailer combined was about $3,400.
All right, so $3,400, and then you spent what, $300-400 in gas?
Yeah, I think I put down $375 for my budget.
Okay, so a little over $3,000 profit. Now, granted, I was pulling a heavier trailer, so there is that too. My trailer, what did we say it was 7,000 pounds heavier?
Yep.
Okay, so it was a heavier trailer, but realistically, how many times have you guys seen me pull something bigger than 37 foot was what yours was? So most of the time, the biggest you're going to find is a 40. I've done 2 or 3 44s and then now 2 45s. So a 37 isn't bad. So the truck, or the gas truck, again, while not ideal because your oil changes are more often, what'd you say, 7,000, 8,000 miles?
Yep. About 7 to 8.
And I'm getting 10 to 12. Now, I also hold 13 quarts.
I got 7.
Whereas he's doing 7. So my oil's more expensive. I do more oil, so yeah, it lasts a little bit longer, but I don't think the gas is a horrible way to go.
Well, and the good thing is like if you don't have a lot of upfront money to start out, this is a great option because you can get one of these for anywhere from $40,000 to $45,000, brand new, warranty, everything. So if you don't have the upfront money, this is a good option where it is just a stepping stone. This isn't a long term. Now I know guys, and I've talked to guys on forums and stuff that are at 300,000, and that's all that truck has done is RVs. So it can be done, and there are people doing it. It's just not a very practical way of doing it because it has to be used as a stepping stone. But it is a great entry level. I've been doing everything I want, and I'm on 17 loads since January 15th. So it's working, and it's working extremely well. Ranging everywhere from 5. That last trailer, I got 5 going through Nebraska. As soon as we hit Idaho and Oregon, I started getting 7 again. But I get anywhere from 6 to 8 loaded and 13 to 15 unloaded, and she does everything that it asked. You just have to feather your throttle on the hills, take it out of cruise control. Do not use cruise control, otherwise you will see 5K to 6K on the tack. And she screams, and she will scream. But other than that, yeah, we did cabbage. When I followed you doing cabbage over that, I was at 3,800 RPMs and was keeping up with him at 65, no problem. So it's doable. You just have to learn the machine and learn how to go through and do it.
Okay, and that 5 to 7, he was talking miles per gallon. Anyway, I think that's pretty well everything we wanted to cover. You know, again, this is an easy way to get into this job for half the price of a comparably equipped diesel. So, well, maybe not exactly half, but you guys get what I'm saying. Like, it's a huge difference. Much easier to maybe go and find one of these that's 2 years old, that has 8,000 miles on it, and just pay cash and own it. Mm-hmm. Or you're financing a lot less, so your payment's a lot less. This is a great way to get your foot in the door. And again, what was that? 3 days, you made $3,000 profit.
Yep.
Do a few of those, and would not be hard to trade that in and get in a diesel. I almost think I heard someone talking about that. Happening in the near future.
Yeah, we've got some plans. There's definitely some things in the work that are going to be happening. I got it just to see if I was going to like doing this, and I'm nomadic. I do wildland firefighting and this, and yeah, I like doing it. So now I'm kind of transitioning into doing it more full-time and easily and trying to make a little more money. So it's in the works.
All right. Well, I think that's pretty well covering everything that we had as far as questions for the gas engine. I appreciate your time.
Yeah, no problem.
It was great running with you. I can't wait to do it again. And maybe next time we'll get the bikes out and we'll go play.
Go do a little throttle therapy.
There you go. All right. I got one more thing to put in this video, and then I'll get it uploaded, and I'll see you guys back at the house. Okay, so we made it back home. And as I said earlier, she finally got a bath, an actual hand wash scrub. Got her looking pretty. Oil change, completely ready to go tomorrow morning. Obviously I've changed since we were at Max just a minute ago, but I'm finishing out my 34. I'm in my pajamas and I don't care. Anyway, I get a lot of questions on, well, what apps do you use? What do you use for this? What do you use for that? So let's take a minute and let's go over all of the apps that I use for this job. Okay, first is Trucker Path. As you can see, Walmarts are indicated by the little blue circles with the lines like a star in them. Truck stops are the red ones. TA, Pilot, Loves, whatever. Your little no-name truck stops. And then rest areas are the picnic tables. You can also click on the truck stop. It'll show you how far away you are. It'll open up your navigation, Google Maps, Apple Maps, whatever you're going to use. And then you can put that into your GPS and continue on down the road. Next is the DMA app. You guys saw that in my RV transportation application to delivery video that I did with Chris. Next is Pilot. And here you can go and you can see your points. You can see how many showers you have, if shower power is active. And then you can click on the shower power thing and it will show you how close you are to having the 1,000 gallons needed to get you shower power for the next month. Here is Loves, which is basically the same thing as Pilot. They're just a little bit different layout. Navigate your way around and figure it out. Next is TA. It's a little bit different than Pilot and Loves, but I can't log into it right now. They're having an issue. Just kind of play with it, figure it out. It's not difficult, it's just different. Next is the Weather Channel app. You can select your city, and you can look at hourly forecast. You can look at daily, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, whatever. They also have a radar function. It just loads really slow, but you can see where the clouds are moving, how they're moving, if they're raining or snowing, how heavy is the rain or snow, that kind of stuff. Very useful app. Here's the Windy app. It shows you your current wind direction and wind speed. You can look all over the country with this, and also, as you can see, you can change it to show wind gusts to show you what the maximum is. It also has this feature here where you can scroll forward and see into the future to see what the projected winds are. And keep in mind, this is just a rough estimate. These are not, the exact miles per hour. It's to give you an idea of what's going on where you are headed. Here's Wind Compass. And all it does is shows you the direction the wind is blowing, how strong it is, and how strong the gusts are based on where you are. Again, just a rough estimate. Do not take this as gospel for being the exact wind speed. And now here is Zello. This is the CB app that I use to talk to other drivers. I apologize. My screen capture, for whatever reason, is cutting the top and bottom off of the app. It's done that with every screen recording, as you guys have seen so far. But my username on here is my name, Casey1867. And I am happy to talk with you guys and provide assistance as needed through this app. Okay, now, one thing that I want to make as clear as possible. While I did show you guys that CB app that I use, and I typically use that to talk with people I'm running with, keep in touch with a couple different transporters that I have developed a friendship with. I have absolutely no issue and no qualm with going in there and blocking or deleting or removing anyone who starts getting stupid. I'm sharing this with you guys mainly because, I can't tell you how many times I've stopped for a 30-minute break or stopped for the night, and there's an email. Hey, I need help with blah, 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 blah. Oh, okay, da-da-da-da-da. Oh, well, perfect example, the permits. Oh, well, they're closed. I can't get my permit now till tomorrow. Or, hey, how do I do this? Or, hey, I'm having this issue. And by the time I get to it, because I'm not sitting there, going through all my emails and Instagram and the comments on my YouTube channel while I'm driving down the road, because that's illegal. So this is an opportunity for you guys to reach out that need help. And kind of that, I don't mind a mild conversation, but the reason that I quit giving my phone number out, which is what I originally started doing when people would ask for help, is I got people that start calling me like, hey man, how's it going? I'm driving through here, da 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 da. I love talking with you guys, but I can't sit on the phone and just talk all day while I'm driving down the road. I'm working on the road. I'm trying to focus on what's going on. I got my music playing just to kind of keep my head sane. And, I'm trying to figure out where I'm stopping for my 30-minute break. And I'm, where's the best fuel price and that kind of stuff. And I'm working on all that in my head. And I can't just be getting random phone calls, or I'm sitting at home on my 34 with my family, and my phone was just ringing and ringing and ringing, and text messages and all this stuff from people who, if you need help, that's one thing. Like, by all means. I wish I would have gone riding. I decided to not ride because of the weather, and as soon as I made that decision, the sun came out. It's like 40-something degrees. Anyway, I'm here to help, but it's not just hey, let's sit and BS for 2 hours because I'm bored. You know, if I run into you guys at a truck stop, great. I'll sit there for hours and talk with you. But don't get dumb on this Zello app, because I'll delete and block and remove you right away. I have no problem. Anyway, that's gonna do it for this video. I'm back on the road in the morning, so by the time I'm gonna wait and upload this on Tuesday, because I just uploaded that one Thursday, and that puts a 4-day break in between videos. So yeah, by the time you see this, I will have already delivered this and on my way to the next one. But as always, those of you on the roads, I wish you fair winds and following seas. Take care and have a great day.